Ralph Russo, Associated Press college football writer, joins me now, Keith Irizarry. And Ralph, you got the college football rankings. They have been released. Your top four stays the same. Do you agree with it?
I'm not surprised by it, let's put it that way. I thought maybe Alabama might move up to number one because their resume is becoming really strong, even though they have a loss. The only question was, would Notre Dame stay at 4, possibly Oklahoma State moving into that spot? Where would Oklahoma land? But I'm not terribly surprised that the top 4 stayed the same, considering they've all won, and none of the teams behind them have made any really huge statements.
Ralph, let me use your word surprised, I guess. Are you surprised at all that Oklahoma State is still now at 6 when a lot of people around the country are really gushing about them?
You know, the problem is they're just starting to play well now. Excuse me, I should say they're just starting to play well in big games now. They had that great win a couple of weeks ago against TCU. They struggled a little bit last week against Iowa State, so I think the committee might be holding it against them a bit. Oklahoma State has Baylor this week, Oklahoma the week after, and they're undefeated. If they win those 2 games and stay undefeated, my guess is they'll probably jump Notre Dame.
Are you of the belief that the undefeated teams, obviously they stay undefeated, they're there, but if there's a 1-win team or a 1-loss team, who would that be that could sneak in?
Well, Notre Dame's obviously in position to be that team, but I think the fascinating argument could come down to if we take the undefeated teams out of the mix, let's say Oklahoma State loses, we're not going to worry about Iowa because Iowa and Ohio State should pretty much figure themselves out. But if it comes down to Oklahoma and Notre Dame, both with 1 loss, both 11-1, Oklahoma obviously plays in a conference but doesn't have a conference championship game, I think that'll be a really fascinating argument. The thing on Notre Dame's side is Notre Dame lost to Clemson, the number 1 team in the country, by 2, and also beat the heck out of Texas, while Texas beat Oklahoma. So that's the things that's the 2 elements that the committee is going to have to juggle to figure out who deserves that spot. But you talk about Notre Dame and Oklahoma, 2 storied programs. If it comes down to a decision between those 2, I think it'll be fascinating, and I also think there'll be a lot of arguing between 2 really passionate fan bases.
Oh boy, you gotta love it. So much left to iron out, Ralph. Awesome stuff.